My name's Sophia Nadim. I'm 26 and I live in Portland, Oregon. I've been dating Chris Morales for over 2 years. He was charming, a little too charming sometimes, with a glib answer for everything. We met at a mutual friend's housewarming in late 2021. He quoted Hemingway, his words smooth and thoughtful, and I remember thinking I'd finally found someone truly deep. Turns out he was just exceptionally good at hiding things. One night, a nagging feeling started. I noticed him spending more and more time in the bathroom, phone in hand. I'm not nosy by nature. I believe in trust. But gut instincts, they don't lie. A cold knot began to tighten in my stomach. So when he finally fell asleep, heavily drunk, one night in March, I found myself reaching for his phone. My heart hammered against my ribs, a nervous drumbeat in the quiet room. It was locked, of course, but I'd seen the pattern of his thumb on the screen before, and there it was, Tinder. The angry red icon, still logged in. My breath hitched. Messages, matches, a flurry of names and half-hearted flirts. Worse, his bio said, just looking for something fun. No drama. No drama? I was his live-in girlfriend. I did his laundry. I'd sat through 3 of his excruciatingly long fantasy football drafts. And now I was drama? The words burned my eyes. I felt like I was choking on the irony, a bitter taste in my mouth. I wanted to scream, to wake him up and unleash all the fury simmering inside me. But instead, I quietly took screenshots. And in that moment, a chillingly clear plan began to form in my mind. A few days later, with a strange mix of apprehension and grim determination, I created a fake profile. I chose a name he wouldn't recognize, Zara. It felt strange, almost exhilarating to step into someone else's skin. Even digitally, I crafted her just close enough to the kind of girl I knew he'd fall for. Edgy, sarcastic, artsy. The pictures? A careful mix of AI-generated faces that felt real but weren't, and old, striking photos from a college friend who, bless her heart, gave me permission without knowing the full twisted context. No nudes, nothing explicit, just enough to pique his curiosity, to make him wonder. Within 48 hours, the sickening notification flashed. He swiped right. A wave of nausea washed over me, but I pushed it down. His first message? It arrived swiftly, oozing with false charm. You look like trouble. I'm into it. I actually gagged. A visceral reaction of disgust, but I swallowed it down and kept going. Over the next weeks, Zara and Chris chatted every single night. He poured out his manufactured woes to her. He told Zara how tired he was of clingy girls. He even explicitly said he was trapped in something serious, but seeking an escape. My chest tightened every time he confessed these things. Each word a fresh cut that reminded me of my own reality. But I played the role. A perfect, detached puppet master. Zara flirted. Zara teased. Zara made sure she never ever said she loved fantasy football. After 2 agonizing months of living this double life, receiving his digital affections while silently enduring his real-life dismissals, he finally asked Zara to meet up. I paused, letting the suspense build, savoring the anticipation of what was to come. Then, with a chilling sense of purpose, I said yes. We set the time and place, a busy, trendy bar in downtown Portland, near the iconic Powell's bookstore. Friday, 8 p.m. He told me, Sophia, his live-in girlfriend, that he had a work thing that night. My palms were sweating as I arrived early at the bar, a mix of nerves and cold resolve. I pulled my hoodie up, my hair styled differently, making myself subtly invisible in the bustling crowd. I sat at the bar, nursing a drink, my eyes scanning the entrance, waiting. Then he walked in, fresh haircut, a crisp collared shirt. He scanned the room. A predator on the hunt, his eyes checking every single girl, a look of eager anticipation on his face. My eyes locked onto him, watching his every move. A moment later, my phone vibrated. It was a text from Chris to Zara. I'm here. You're hotter in your pics. A cold, quiet satisfaction bloomed in my chest. I slowly, deliberately rose from my stool. I walked up from behind him, my footsteps silent on the tiled floor, and placed a hand on his shoulder. With a voice that was carefully neutral, I said, Hey, babe. How's your work thing? The color drained from his face, leaving him ashen. His lips moved, but no words came out, only a choked, soundless gasp. I gently placed my phone on the bar top between us, open to the incriminating screen displaying his Tinder messages to Zara. Then, without another word, without even a backward glance, I walked out. The silence he left behind felt deafening, a fitting soundtrack to his humiliation. He called, a lot. My phone buzzed constantly, a persistent, irritating fly filled with his frantic voicemail. Then came the desperate email, even a handwritten letter, sliding under my apartment door. He claimed he panicked, that Zara wasn't serious, that it didn't mean anything. But here's the thing I realized. If Zara wasn't real, neither was he. His entire persona, built on charm and deception, crumbled. I blocked him everywhere. Every number, every social media platform, every email address. I severed every digital tie, just as he had severed our trust. 3 weeks later, a mutual friend inadvertently delivered the most satisfying piece of news. Chris had deleted his Tinder. And then, the ultimate psychological payoff. I also heard he cried, openly, in a Trader Joe's parking lot. A broken man in a mundane setting. Was it petty? Absolutely. Was it cruel? Maybe. But I wasn't just some girl on his contact list, someone to be tossed aside for no drama. I was his reality check, so was I wrong for humiliating him?